Hello, and let's take a quick look at the daily and weekly silver price chart. And I'm going to go over just more of the most recent data because I've covered this almost every day. And follow through within the previous trend, finding support, the same ordeal. And everything's still the same as on the break of this resistance. And really holding 16 low is going to be very important. I think 61.8% down from this high to this low at Fibonacci, which is roughly in this area right now, is extremely important on a bullish level to hold, which would also be coinciding what could be an inverted head and shoulders, regardless of the fact I'm looking for a break of this resistance. I was stating today I thought it'd be decent volatility. It wasn't. In fact, under the median total, because I thought I'd come out and say, yeah, we had an inauguration, so there was big volatility like we didn't know it was going to happen weeks and months ago. But it was a regular normal day, plus Fridays oftentimes can just make those wild moves. So I put those together. Didn't happen, doesn't really matter. And now when I look at this weekly chart, which had another up week, 4 consecutive in a row, not only 4 in a row, but 4 in a row, and it's still closed below the 18 average of closes. It's done that a few times before on the weekly chart, a handful. In fact, once it was 5 weeks in a row. How did it follow before? Afterwards, there was a couple bullish times, there was a bearish moment, and there was a whole bunch of neutral ones. On the daily time frame, this exact pattern, which once had 6 consecutive days up in a row, still closing below the 18 average of lows. Well, when the daily time has it was pretty bullish actually, over bearish, but still nothing to get excited about. Also, from 1991 to 2016, in the middle of 2016 sometime, which would be, let me see, October 2016. So there was 41 situations in which there was 4 up weeks in a row, and 22 times the next week was up. So 22 times up, 19 down. So you can't say as well, because it's been 4 in a row, it's got to go down. No, because it's been 4 in a row, it's maybe 53 or 54% probable to have another up week. I don't know, but it shows there that that's not the case. Key thing is it's in this band, 2 weeks of doing that entire range I've talked about, 16.5 and 17.5 or so of neutrality. We can see here again the importance of holding 16 low change, because it would only be a pierce below this band. And it needs to establish some sort of resistance area band to make its first attempt from neutrality, and thus attempting to regain its bull market. So that's where I'm seeing it stand now, but because of the importance of this resistance, and we look at it again on the daily time frame, it's not a surprise that on the event that price action happens to look at something around 1740 something, that the next 50 cents just may be relatively quick in its move, like 5 minutes or 5 hours, as that's normally the case. Thank you for tuning in, and have a great day and a great weekend. Bye-bye.